I don't normally wear the stunners, but I'm doing it for the video. Alright, I'm doing it for the video. This guy is still jet lagged as a mofo.
He said he doesn't normally
I
have
don't
his
do that.
shades on
I'm not that
in
dude.
the building. It's okay if
Not
you
that
are,
dude.
man. You've earned the right to
get
be.
that on camera, though.
Bring the microphone up, dog. Tilt the microphone up to your face.
Everything's falling apart.
This is
Man,
so funny,
this
man.
looks weird. It's not meant to be erect like this. I'm sure there's another way of doing this. The whole thing's falling apart.
Man. My man Jay Sean is in the building. How are you,
What's
dude?
good, man? I'm great, bro.
I've been watching what recently you've been doing is sharing your music. Most recently with a whole new radio promo, man. It's the grind, and you've been here before. You're such a veteran, dog. How fun does it feel still for you to continue on, man, to share your sound with the world?
Let me tell you, bro. Honestly, it's always a blessing, man. And I don't just say that because it sounds good. It's #blessed. It's real.
Yes.
I tell you why it's real, man. Because now I started music 15 years ago. 15 years ago is when I first heard my song on the radio.
Oh,
and
damn.
it was the biggest, most unbelievable blessing and the most, I don't know, out of this world experience to hear your song on radio.
Let me ask you before we go on to the other part of the question. Where were you at when that moment hit?
I was pulling up into my driveway in England, coming into my house, and I had just put out the single, but I was still making my album. I just got signed. So I was in the process of making my album, so I had my CD in the car listening to it, as you do.
Totally.
Do I like my album?
Yeah.
Should I change a few things? So I hear the song come on, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know. I thought I had number 7 on. And I'm like, oh, wait. Hold on, that's not my CD.
Whoa.
What? This is and that was the first time, and I was like freaking out, and it was just a pure, real, genuine reaction.
Yeah.
And I put my windows down, I screamed to my neighbors, I'm like, I'm on the radio, man, I'm on the radio. And you know, I still to this day, though, you'll catch me on the Snapchat when I hear my song being played, I'm like, yo, your boy's on the radio, man, because now more than ever, it's more competitive.
Yeah.
Because now we have so many social platforms. There's some artists who don't even need, let's be honest, they don't even want
radio. They don't, like you said, they don't
even want it. It's a weird thing. It's like, no, I'm a SoundCloud artist.
Yeah.
I'm a YouTube artist. I'm a Viner. I'm a this. And they're big artists. They're huge artists in themselves.
Yes.
But for someone like me who's come in, from the pop world and has been a radio artist my whole life, it's all, this is everything I live for. This is my job. You know what I mean? So of all the songs in the world, man, if the radio station picks mine, you know what I mean, to play at that moment in time, always a blessing.
Dude, and like you said, you're a veteran in the game, man. How is it for you to continue to create, to challenge yourself? That's one thing, man, because it's been an evolving game right now, and the evolution has gone from it being primarily radio to all those different platforms, and you stay relevant on so many of those, man. How difficult is it for you to challenge yourself to to create, to keep up with the moving, the ever-changing pop world?
Absolutely. I think, you know what it is, man? Like, I think I look up to the greats. I look up to Michael Jackson. I looked up to, Whitney Houston and all the, God bless their souls. These legendary artists, and even still to this day, your Stings, your Beatles, whoever it is, they went through decades of music.
Wow, yeah. That's very poignant for you to say that. Yes.
Prince, their fans stayed with them for 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
Years, man. And nowadays, if you're lucky enough to even be around for 2 years in the music industry, that's a lifetime.
Yeah.
And I've been around for 15. And so for me, I'm like, all right, you must be doing something right. And that one thing that I always think about is this music is not just for me. Because if it was for me, I'd be making it in my bedroom, vibing out to my own thing with a couple of my friends and my family and my mom, who's always going to think every song's brilliant. But, oh, well done, son. That's another smash.
Another smash, Mom, thank you.
But it's not for me, man. It's for my fans, because they can move on at any time to anyone else.
Yeah, and they haven't. And that's the cool thing about it, man. I mean, it's like your parties are still some of the livest parties. They turn up, whether it be here in the States, whether you're hitting AC for a weekend, or you're overseas in Dubai.
Yeah, man.
They go in from a global perspective, man. What does that mean for you to know that that they're along this journey and this ride, with you still?
I think that what I realized is that I tend to make people happy with my music.
You do.
A lot of people have said that, you know what, your music puts a smile on my face. It puts me in the mood to party, in the mood to have fun. And a lot of my big hits have been that, because a lot of them have been up tempo and make people feel good.
Yeah.
And of course, a lot of my album stuff is a bit deeper and a bit more meaningful and stuff like that. But whatever it is, something's resonating. And I always keep that in the back of my mind when I'm writing a song. And also what I try to keep in the back of my mind is, how can I write a song that couldn't just be a Chris Brown record or an Usher record or a Neo record or a Justin Bieber record? How and why is this a Jay Sean record? And that's very important, because I think nowadays, like you were saying, the changing climate in music, you have to adapt because music's changing and it's forever evolving. And even Michael Jackson had to leave, Quincy Jones and go to Teddy Riley or Rodney Jerkins. Had to. You
have to do
because it's like, you got to move with the times.
Dude, let's talk about this track here, man. It's a couple of Seans on this track right here, man. What made you want to reach to Sean Paul to bring his island vibe to Make My Love Go? Because this record is another, come on, man. Like we said, you do it, but why did this synergy seem to be the right fit for you?
Because I tell you what, like, I did the song, and we were that day when I wrote the song, I was listening to a lot of reggae records. I was on the way, I was driving in LA, and the sun was out, and I was listening to some Shabba Ranks. I was listening to Buju Banton. I was listening to Beanie Man. I was listening to all of these reggae artists, and then Maxi Priest came on, and like I grew up, in the 90s listening to this music. So when Maxi came on, I was like, and I just felt like I was on vacation. I felt like I should be on an island somewhere sipping a mojito, just chilling.
Sun
and I was like, what? Yeah, what a beautiful mood that puts you in. So I was like, why don't I try to infuse some of this island vibe into my music? Now, I do pop R&B music, but I thought, let's mix that in with something that's also authentic to me, because I grew up on dancehall.
There you go.
So I was like, let's try this. And then we heard the song, and I was like, well, at this point, Sean Paul is just a friend of mine.
Yeah.
So let me just give him a call.
Yeah, let me just
his
see
voice
what he
on
says.
this would kill it.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what we did, man. I called up Sean and I was like, Sean, bro, man, I think we might have another one, my brother.
But and then the video, I want to talk about this because it is just such a, like you said, it's a party, it's a vibe, it's an island vibe. The video for this is already like, amassing the tens of millions of views. And,
right.
But it's, one, you said that your brother directed it.
He did.
And two, it just looks like I missed out on one hell of a backyard barbecue.
Yes.
I didn't get the invitation.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure, but first off, let's talk about keeping it in the family. How important was it for that to be something that you made sure happened for the visual for this song?
This entire video was kept in the family. The reason that, even though it came out on Sony Records, and Sony, of course, they could have pulled in whoever I wanted, what I mean? And had all the extras in the world. I was like, nah, man, something has to feel, I want this party to feel genuine. The reason why is because I know it's a summer sounding record, and in the summer the best friends get together, you have barbecues, you have drinks, you grill, you have fun, you laugh, you joke,
right there,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
And I was like, I want to create that real feeling. Now, yes, like I said, we've got access to all of these big glamorous videos if we wanted to do yachts and boats, and I've done that.
You've done that, yeah.
It didn't feel real for this record.
Got it.
I was like, let's make a video where it feels like this could be anyone's backyard party.
It does. You hit the nail on the head there, because I felt like that's something that if I was hitting my homie's house in East LA, or if it could have been a block party in Brooklyn, it just was a comfortable. I could have showed up.
Could have showed up.
And I could have been there. I just needed the address. And you forgot me on the address list. You forgot me on the Evite. It's all good. I'm not going to hold any grudges.
Right. So
but it feels so comfortable.
90% of those people in that video, 90%, including the lead girl and all the dancers and all the people who were dancing, all the band, everyone, real homies of mine.
Yo, that's cool, man.
So basically, none of it was acting.
Yeah.
It was all real. We were drinking the Avion. We were eating the chicken that was on the grill. We were partying, and there just happened to be a camera.
So, gosh, man, it's very important. How do you feel that needs to translate into, I mean, you're a veteran in the game. How do you feel that kind of true honesty needs to translate to some other artists who may be up and coming, who may be looking to you as, as an influence? Because, I mean, you are that guy for a lot of new artists. You're that influence that they look
Thank
towards.
you, man. It's funny. You remind me of this meme where it says, SoundCloud rappers be like, yo, you already know who it is. But you're like, no, we don't, son, because this is the first time I heard of you. So, and there's this like fake it till you make it attitude, which I get. And they got rented jewelry and this, that, and the other. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I get it. Yep. You want to paint a picture.
Yeah.
I don't come from that world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, he says with his diamond chain on. I don't come from that world just because, like, you know, again, the people I hang around with, my best friends to this day, are still the people I've known for 15 years.
Yeah.
And they're the people who are in my videos. So I don't think about anything else. I think about keeping it real, true to myself.
Yes.
Because that way people can go, I love his music, but I actually feel like I'm his friend.
Yes.
Because he's real and is honest. The same guy that you're going to see here talking to you and on this camera is the same guy you're going to see on Snapchat, is the same guy you're going to see on Instagram.
It is, and it has
You can't
been,
hide
man.
anymore, bro.
No.
You can't, because you could be at some place and there could be someone just quickly Snapchatting you.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, you act like you're all nice, but actually you're a bit of a douche because you didn't come and say hi to me. And whatever it is, you know what I mean? So you can't hide anymore.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's just keep it 100 and that's it. And if you do that, you're good, man.
You're good. Well, speaking of keeping 100, how about we just go ahead and find out a little bit about who the man is behind this amazing music? And I'm just going to throw some rapid fire questions your way. So people who are, you know, fans become even greater friends of yours.
Okay.
All right. So let's go, because I know you're a bit of a sneakerhead. How many pairs of sneakers do you think you have?
It's up in, it's probably approaching 300.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's a whole room, unfortunately. So sad to say, an entire room dedicated to sneaks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Waking up in the morning, man, are you a breakfast guy or what?
I'm not really, and I should be because I'm totally into my health and fitness, but I don't get hungry in the morning. I'm a coffee guy. I need my coffee in the morning.
Really?
I can't talk. Don't talk to me until I have my coffee. I can't do it, fam. It's just who I am.
How do you take your coffee?
Sweet,
Okay.
actually, you know, so I have it with, cream and like, this is terrible, 3 Splendor.
You putting it in. Oh my gosh. All right, obviously you are, I want to say even bi-coastal, but you are, I mean, you're such a global, you reside in so many different places, but what do you miss most about home?
My friends and family. I actually have, I don't have any blood relatives in America. Zero. Apart from my daughter now. I have a daughter who's 2.5 and she's just my world. And she's the only actual like real blood relative I have here. So yeah, of course I miss my family, and I got a huge family in England. So I go back and see them often.
Okay. Let me throw this one out there, man. When you roll out of bed, what's the first app that you open?
Instagram.
Yeah.
Actually, no. WhatsApp.
Oh, WhatsApp. You gotta dial in to see who's
WhatsApp, because I have so many threads, bro, around the world with my goofball friends in England or other friends in LA. So it's all different time zones. Yeah. So that's the first thing I do.
All right. Last but not least, Jay Sean, man, what does this particular track mean to you most? What, if you could sum it up, what does this mean to you?
Honestly, I think it captivates a lot of my personality. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. It makes me smile. And I hope that, and when I perform it, I see it makes other people smile. And if you can do that and you can move people with your music in some way, that's always, to me, like something very special.
And you do it, and you continue to do it. And again, like I said, the open honesty that comes from the lyrics to whether it be a ballad, whether it be just an up-tempo summer jam, or, you know, you are one of the very few people who really truly understand how to keep it all together and keep it all real.
Thank you, bro.
And that's been something that's been there since day one. And that's why, Z has been there. That's why the fans are still here. And that's why the fans can continue to be there.
Appreciate you guys so much.
It's so
funny. And I've been getting so many calls and text messages because Down is back on the radio on Z.
That record
Z have been playing that like nonstop. Yeah. And I'm like, you know what, man? You guys have been there since day one. I will never forget when you guys first played my song. I was on the GW Bridge.
Yeah.
Yep. And I heard it on the radio, and I forget who it was. It might have been JoJo at the time. Said, yeah, we got this new guy. Don't know where he's from, Jay Sean. And I was like, hey! And then I was like, I'm going to call the radio and say that's me. And I called in.
And you just
because I was just happy. And he was like, wait, is this? You're not meant to call us. And I was like, why not? I'm happy, bro.
Yeah, that's what it means. I mean, because that genuine spirit, it's unwavering. It's not fake. And you know, the fans, especially like you said earlier, now more than ever can see straight through that, man. And you continuing to be who you are. That's why we're here rocking with you, dude. And we're going to continue to be, man. So
appreciate you.
Before we get up out of here, man, let's make sure we drop all the actual factuals. How can we follow you on Insta,
the
Snap,
whole thing?
Twitter? I don't want to get the WhatsApp because I mean,
right.
That's for your family and friends and those threads. But
Right.
what else, man? We wanna follow
It's
you,
pretty
dog.
simple. It's Jay Sean everywhere.
Yeah.
It's JaySean, all one word, across all of the platforms, apart from Snapchat, which is Jay Sean Official.
Yeah, let's just say official on that one, dude.
Yeah.
I appreciate you being
My
you,
man.
dog, man. It's
Big
always
up.
a good time when the family stops through. Jay Sean, make sure y'all are requesting the record
Yeah.
whenever you need it. Holler at us at Z100 New York on Twitter. And don't look at me. He's the that's
Make
the
my love
superstar.
go.
That's
Go check it out. Go watch the video. Do your thing. Enjoy it. Peace.